Okay. Welcome to a conversation about December's Business Outlook Survey. My name is Catherine Dibling, Senior Media Representative of the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia, and with me today is Mike Trebbing, Senior Economic Analyst, also with the bank. And today we will be talking about the December Business Outlook Survey and all the interesting results that we find every month. First, Mike will give us a summary on the report. Mike?
Thanks, Kathy. Regional manufacturing executives responding to the Business Outlook Survey in December reported continued growth in the sector. The survey's broadest indicators for general activity, new orders, shipments, and employment all remain positive, and price increases for inputs were more widespread this month, and more firms reported an increase in prices for their manufactured goods. The survey's broad indicators for future activities suggest that optimism among the region's manufacturing executives continues to improve.
Now, let's talk about the special questions. Every month we ask these special questions, and they range in topic. I always find their answers very interesting. Can we talk about the costs? I understand we asked about what the expectations for cost changes are in 2011.
That's right. At the end of the year, we've been asking our firms about the change in costs that they expect for various categories of expense for the upcoming year. And we asked them about expectations for energy costs and the price of raw materials, intermediate goods, wages, health benefits, and non-health benefits. And we did that again this year, so we have a benchmark mark for comparison to previous years. And we also asked the firms whether the cost rises that they're expecting exceed the growth rate that they'll experience in the current year. And what we found once again this year is that health benefit costs are the highest growth category, with firms expecting about an 8.6% growth rate in healthcare costs for the upcoming year. Wages, a much lower percent at 2.1%, a little bit higher than what we saw in last year's surveys. And rates of growth of energy and raw materials and intermediate goods of 3%, 4%, and about 2.5% for those categories. And when we asked them about growth rates for next year, or comparing the expected price increases for next year, in every case, more firms indicated that the prices would be higher next year than the change in prices this year.
Okay, let's turn to prices now. This month, we see that both prices for inputs and for manufactured goods are going up. Right. Can you talk to us about that?
Right. This was the first month in 7 months that we actually saw a positive diffusion index on prices received. That is the price that firms are receiving for their manufactured goods. And with that index turning positive for the first time in some time, we've seen a creeping up of the share of firms reporting increases in their costs the last few months. For example, this month we saw 51% of the firms reporting higher prices for their inputs compared to about 38% last month. And the highest reading we've seen in the prices paid diffusion index of 51 since the summer of 2008. So we've seen this creeping up of cost increases the last few months, and this is the first time we've actually seen a higher share of firms reporting increases of their own products compared to declines. On the other hand, we still have the largest percentage of firms, about 69%, reporting stable prices, but about a fifth of the firms reporting increases in their own prices this month.
Let's talk about the main part of the survey. Mm-hmm. It seems like to me that all the main indicators have been positive for 3 or more months.
Right.
And also, the participants are more optimistic now than they have been in 9 months. Mm-hmm. Are we seeing what does this say about a trend, or can we say trend?
Right. We had weaker numbers through the summer months, but the last 2 months in particular, November and December, we've seen a pickup in the levels of the broad indicators for activity and orders and shipments, and that's a positive trend, because we associate higher diffusion indexes with higher growth. Likewise, we've seen more firms reporting increases in employment than declines over the last 6 months or so. But the fact that we're seeing improvements in orders indexes and the broader indicators suggest that we're seeing at the end of the year growth in manufacturing for our region, compared to what appeared to be steady levels of activity through the end of the summer.
Great. You've just been watching December's Business Outlook Survey and a conversation with Mike Trebbing, Senior Economic Analyst, and myself, Catherine Dibbling, Senior Media Representative in the Public Affairs Department. We will be releasing our annual historical data revisions Thursday, January 13th, 2011 at 10 a.m. and the next Business Outlook Survey will be released at 10 a.m. on Thursday, January 20th. Happy holidays, everyone.